I've decided that pretty much anytime I hit a mic now, it's going to be basically try to work on new stuff. I think I've got a set 10, enough that I could do 15 if needed. I think I've met that mark, just before I get 2 years in. So it's that's not a bad place to be. I feel like growth wise, trust me, I still have tons of
don't
room
to
grow.
Out of ourselves, because dude, I feel like that sometimes too. I'm like, those 10 minutes I've done like 7 different places consistently.
This is right.
Like, I'm pretty sure I got 10. But like you said, trying some new shit, because oh my god, after a while you're like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, it's that repeat thing. But once you find your groove with it, I think I'm good to put a pin in some of it, and that's like show stuff or showcase type material, then move on to mics are gonna be more literal gym stuff. Working shit out, seeing what gets a giggle from people in the crowd, mostly comedians, and go from there.
If you get the comedians to chuckle at Eddie, look, that's the devil. I tell you, you're like, was that good or good ironic?
Right. And then you'll get somebody be like, hey, a good tag would be, good way to work on stage, little work off stage, Trust your source. Trust your source. Yeah.
No one trusts your source.
No one trusts your source. Yeah.
Holy shit! I've had like 3 people come up to me afterwards. They're like, "Dude, that was great. Like, you should say that more." Like, I don't know you. I've never seen you here ever.
Right. Is this your first time?
Yeah. But doing new stuff every mic, dude. That has been the bane to my ego. You leave and you're like, okay, so I'm not funny. I was never funny.
Bro, you have to go with an appetite for some humble pie when you go to do that. You kind of have to brace for impact,
And dude, that's kind of my newbie radar. When they're like, you're going out here expecting to bomb? You want to bomb? It's like, well, yeah, dude. I'm no genius.
So last week after we potted, and I thought I was brave enough to go back and watch some very early Jake Mattis comedy, and wow. Oh man. Yikes.
When you think it was a good one too.
Oh, right. When it's like, oh, I walked off stage and it was like, oh man, I was feeling it, and then I here I am a year later, and it's like,
that was garbage.
The hell did I even say? I just rambled for 8 minutes. Dude. The hell was this?
Dude, that was me Sunday.
It was terrible, because I was like, oh, let me see if I can just find some clips. But one thing I did discover was a great progression of building a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the bit that, like the main chunks of bits that I have, it's like, oh, that's how it started. It was just this, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now there's 3 separate setups, 3 separate, all the working components. And it's like, I'm doing the thing, and I didn't know I was doing the thing, but it works.
Yeah.
It's just that self-discovery, and it's like, that light bulb moment. Light bulb.
You're like, oh, it's not just going into nothing.
Right.
And just goes back to what I was saying last episode. It's like, you don't expect to get anything when you're going up with absolutely nothing, and then after a month you're like, oh damn, like I got maybe like 2-3 minutes out of that.
Right. like, and even the stuff that, I feel like this is where I've talked about before, like overworking it. I still feel like I still find nuggets every now and then that I can still, it's like an extra little brush stroke.
Yes.
In the painting.
100%. Like, I hate to bring up the Roganism, but it be a mountain of one layer of paint.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Comedy wise, what else have you been doing?
Nothing. I haven't done anything comedy wise. Let's see. Since we talked, nothing. The only thing I have is another plug, but the show will be done by then. Is hopefully the Muth show went well. We'll pretend it did. It was a hit. It was a banger, man.
Everyone showed up.
Everyone brought the house. It was killer. And then I got Chevy's Place later in the month. I'm doing one Chevy's Place with Dave this month, and then the books are wide open for May. So guys, host spots, guest spots, hit me up.
Hit us up, guys.
Hit us up, man. We'll come out and do the pod at the place.
We promise we won't be obnoxious.
Promise.
We'll share the joint afterwards.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, like I said earlier, off camera, I'm a little beefing, a little salty. Forgot my ID to get beer on Saturday.
Oh, that's
and
the worst.
Do you not see the few gray hairs in my hair?
Yeah, off camera, I pointed out a new one.
I was sobbing. I'm like, he's playing with me. But then I had to go like trim up, and I was like, oh, it's there. I see it.
Look, bro, I'm full of them.
See, but like when I was convinced, I was like, no, it's probably one of my blondes in the sun. Like I think you
like lying to yourself, don't you?
It's a way of optimism.
Hey, however you got to drink the Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah. It's like,
whatever you flavor the coffee with, hey.
It'd be that way. Turns out made me a little bitter. Maybe I should switch it up. I should be more pessimistic, and so that I'm more like surprised instead of disappointed.
Look, are we optimistic? What is it? Optimistic, pessimistic. I'm just glad there's something in the cup. Oh man!
But what do we have in the cup today?
Coffee, just regular. So that was a little thing that sparked me today. What do you think? Maybe get a French press for on the show. We can have us a French press and brew up some nice ground coffee.
I'll bring you my French press.
Oh, you have one?
I haven't been using it because I kind of like pour over better.
Oh.
I don't get as much of the grounds. But.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. My son-in-law down in Texas got me hooked on that French press. I like it. But I go through way too much of it here to justify doing it. So only on like special occasions. I do have a Sunday story. If you have a Sunday story. Do you have a Sunday story?
Guys, I went out to do comedy and I bombed my fucking ass off. But I mean, a lot of the homies were there. So I mean, it was.
I see that show gets promoted quite a bit, and I to Darren and folks, I apologize. It literally is 15 minutes from my house. I should make an appearance more than I have.
We've had
which
one
is 0.
or two of the Barry Good podcasts. I know he'd love to see you.
Yeah.
He is one of the first ones to, in the wild, bring up the podcast.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, that was
We're getting some street cred, bro?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out Darren Lewis.
Darren.
You made my heart smile that night.
Nice. Awesome.
Because for real, like, just like with comedy, I'm like, well, I'm going to show up, I'm going to do my thing. Whoever was there for me, were there for me, because I do not advertise unless Dave Grohl tells me to. And so the same thing with the podcast. Like, I've got like 2-3 other podcasts in the ether, but
right.
This is the only one that's actually shown up. Like, hello.
Yeah, I've actually had people say, "Hey, your podcast popped up." Like, spoiler: people at work.
At work.
People at work.
Okay. What's up, dude? That's what I was thinking.
So we're starting to gain a little bit of traction. Our ramblings and nonsense, but
talking about Marvel and the multiplicity.
the Marvel madness. That's what
we should call that segment, Marvel Madness.
There you go, Marvel Madness. Jamie's writing that down.
Write that down, Jimmy.
Also, another segment we could do on that vein while you're writing it down is the Muppet Verse of Madness. Obviously, after you do some brushing up of your Muppet characters.
I want to watch some Muppets, and with my kids, it's probably the best age to do it.
It's awesome, man. Perfect time. Get them young. Get them young.
Do some Danny Brown transitions. We need somebody to do our voices. Do we have any impressionists in the Detroit scene?
I try. I'm not gonna do them. Not on camera yet.
That's the thing. Like, the most I'll do is be on stage and do the stinky Cockney accent.
Oh, I have one that's kind of triggering, and it's Trump. So I don't want to scare the audience off by doing a Trump impression.
It's supposed to be for entertainment. So
yeah,
guys,
we're silly. We say silly stuff.
Guy, come on. But guys, for me, let's get more traction so we can buy a mall.
Oh,
out of all of our ideas, I want to push for the mall more. I know couch potatoes are easier.
Yeah, the mall idea. That was a brainchild thing after we stopped rolling, and the conversation just kind of kept rolling after the cameras stopped. And
that was.
Do you want to set it up, or do you want me to set it up,
guys? Because I'm pretty sure we did. I felt like we talked about it, which is the only reason I brought it back up.
I missed the end. I haven't finished watching last episode.
Fair. I mean. Yeah,
Work be working.
Yeah. But out here in Michigan, for specific reasons, we have what I've heard, the Green Mile. The first city stop into Michigan.
Exit 11. To be specific, if you need directions, if not, follow your nose. Woohoo!
Yeah, because just like the Tacoma Aroma, it's the Monroe Roll. I don't know. I'll find the alliteration later. But it's 4 or how many strip malls that have just been taken over by all of Michigan's dispensaries.
It's not just the strip malls. There's brand new buildings that they've built. And the wildest part is the McDonald's right there went out of business. They closed that McDonald's before all these dispensaries opened. And they are missing out. That place would be... And it has a playland. Listen, dude. If I had the money just to get that piece of property, we could do couch potatoes right there.
That would be cool. Dude. All our promos would be on the Play Place.
Absolutely.
Dude. But just like how they've repurposed strip malls, and there's an epidemic of malls dying in the U.S., they need repurposing. And some have done it all right, but some have done it to where they still die. Because holy shit, I forget which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was the North Metro. But they closed down this mall that we had just visited. Like we went to the mall, and then on our algorithm, it was coming up, that mall's closing next week. We're like,
What?
But oh my god, we were like, yeah, because it was like 3 stores open. And so the coolest thing about the mall was that they had a head shop. I was like, you're selling glass in the mall in front of Kohl's?
Bro, I'm going to take you to the Monroe Mall. We're going to do a field trip to the Monroe Mall. And
for our 16th episode, our quarter episode.
Oh, we could do the quarter episode. There's a lot of things that's where the movie theater is. So we could, when we do the Thunderbolts for Marvel Madness review, we should go take a quick little tour through the Mall of Monroe and do some prep for our mall episode.
I like it. So guys, if you want to have a mall for weed, a mall where you can get your weed, get your glass, get your munchies, and then watch a movie or play some games, bro. You need some groceries? We got a small Aldi at the end.
Oh, Aldi's too bougie these days, bro. We gotta
grocery
scale it
outlet
back.
Is that out here?
What is grocery outlet? Is that a West Coast thing?
That's a West Coast thing. Are we gonna get taken down for that? Nondescript grocery store.
I think you could say their name. We say Marvel all the time.
Fair, true. Since we fall under entertainment and not for children.
So, I'm sorry. The weed is wheedling.
Effect.
The weed is starting to wheedle. Where were we at?
Talking about the Mall of Weed.
Oh yes, with the movie theater,
yes,
and the arcade, and then obviously an epic food court.
The food court's a must.
Now, as far as that goes, like, would it be a consumable mall? So, like, you could shop and then go see your movie and consume while you're watching the movie. We'd have a specific restaurant in the food court that serves nothing but, like, infused edibles.
Yeah.
So, like, you want your noodles infused with some, THC broth, or, you know what I'm saying?
See,
that was another side adventure that I've always wanted to do.
Look, Jake. When I say I was seriously thinking about it, Jake.
These are the things that keep you up at night.
This is
bro. Am I to blame for your sleepless nights?
You're part of my insomnia right now. No, okay, look. Long story short, I was at the mall today.
Oh Lord!
I was at the Oakland Mall, and like the Oakland Mall's kind of like any other mall, which is what kind of
I don't think I've ever been to that mall.
It's a half dead mall. It's got good stores.
Like the bigger stores?
Yeah, like JCPenney. No, they're closing a lot of those. It's just got JCPenney and a Dick's Sporting Good. And then a bunch of like neat local shops that fill everything else up. And then, dude,
the mall still has its Dick's.
Yeah. The Dick's is still here. It is not neutered yet. without it, bro, it's just gonna look sad. But see, we could still repurpose that Dick's and turn it into our own impromptu theater or VR arcade.
I've never done the VR.
Dude, VR.
It's on the list. My nephew has one of the headsets, so
I think we need to do one of these episodes in my house because I have a VR headset.
Uh-oh.
Jake, I got mild PTSD. Because I just spawn into the first. It's called Pavlov, the shooter simulator.
Okay.
I spawn in, and I'm in basically World War II with the fucking Panzerwaffen. I'm like, and then all of a sudden, like the screen goes red. I was like, huh?
Died
I'm
that
dead.
fast?
My body's on the floor. Like, what the fuck? And then I come out with like, fucking.
Would you last 15 seconds the next time?
Lasted, dude. I went on a spree.
That's like me dropping into Fortnite. Like, I literally last about 30 seconds before someone puts something in my head.
Jake. Oh my god, dude, don't you get me started. I will get us a fucking VR room. That will be part of our fucking studio.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, like, we need a scale. Like, you might not get this analogy, and our non-sports ball people might not get this. So Pat McAfee has the sports dome, the Thunderdome, where he does this show. It's got this huge basketball court. It's this like indoor complex. Or, you know, if you listen to enough Joe Rogan, it sounds like they're at the compound. He's got, you know, the studio, a garage, a golf simulator for Jamie, you know, the gym. You know, that's what we need to work towards. That's what we're putting. The Very Good Studio.
The Very Good Compound.
The Very Good Compound.
Well,
that sounds better.
Look. I've looked at some properties before.
The BCC.
Dude. Well, we'll figure out the plan. But this compound should work in our favor. We need our VR studio.
Oh, for sure.
Our recording studio. We're gonna have a kitchen.
For sure, we'll have cooking episodes. Dude, it gets nice. We could go out and do some grilling on the patio. Got the hot tub for a hot tub episode.
Jake trying to romance me.
Ooh, got the fireside chat lined up.
Fireside chat.
And you know what would be perfect to get all this stuff? A mall. Brought us right back, bro. Brought us back. The mall. So yes, a mall. The marijuana mall.
The mall. You brought me back.
Brought
me back, Jake.
The mall.
Because that's what I was writing down. What we need.
The cannabis courtyard.
Because that would. I think we probably could do this now that I'm thinking. Because I was worried.
Instead of Macy's, we got Musties.
I was worried we wouldn't be able to have just families coming in. Because we can make it still kind of family friendly. No, like.
Fuck them kids.
Alright, 21 and only.
21 and only, man. Come on.
Because then, yes. Because the way I was looking at it, I was like, okay, how do we do this family friendly? It's like,
No.
we do have everything just out in the open, but we have like 3, 4, just a few dedicated smoking lounges.
Dude.
But if we make the whole mall.
We got the movie theater. We got the arcade. We have a playscape. You just drop your kids off, go watch your movie, bake out for 4 hours, pick them up. Good to go. Right?
It's the playscape.
We're adding more jobs, and we barely have like a job and a half between us. So I mean, oh man, But yeah, that was a great idea.
The
And
marijuana.
yeah, because just think about it. It's centralized. I mean,
It becomes like a community hub.
it is, right. I mean, that's what the mall is already, right?
That's what it was supposed to be.
Well, I mean, you and I come from a generation where we still remember
Yeah.
what a mall was or is.
Dude, you
Should
go to the
be.
mall, like any day after work or on a weekend, it's full. It's full back in like early thousands,
Early. Oh, yeah, for sure.
and like now it's almost empty. Damn, you know what's going to the mall now.
The only reason I go to the mall is to go to a movie theater because they're usually attached.
That's some out here shit. I grew up with like dedicated theaters.
Out west or okay, yeah.
Like finding
yeah,
one attached to
I feel
the
like
mall was weird.
I feel like they're like even growing up. There were a few back home in Fort Wayne. I feel like that were like in a strip mall maybe or adjacent to a strip mall.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe the old Georgetown movie theaters, Hometown Homies would know where that's at. But I think that was like by itself, but everything else was attached to a mall. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that is a Midwest thing.
And I mean, kind of makes sense weather-wise, because like out west too, it's like it's a strip mall.
Most of your malls out there are open air of some sort, right?
Yeah, like ooh, I miss those open air malls. Because those would be cool. It's like, I'm outside, but look at all these vans. Like a bougie swap meet.
A bougie swap meet.
Flea market. Oh. Okay. How many flea markets do you know of around here?
There used to be the Gibraltar Trade Center. Right up the road where Menards is on 75. You probably passed that area. Yeah, there used to be a flea market area there. There's a couple weekendy, hillbilly, back roadish style junk finds I could direct you to off air. I don't want anybody to think I'm shitting on an area, but
I see. I'll write them down.
I'm not. It's just they're. I'm not sure. Depends on what you're looking for.
No. I'm looking for possibly seedy bartering flea market. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cause dude, grew up on those. What's La Pulga? But yeah, I've been trying to find more than just the one in Mexican Town.
Yeah, I
Which
don't know where
even
any
think is
of that.
considered Mexican Town. Outside, I think. Southwest Detroit.
So, what else on the mall? What else?
Mall.
Oh yeah. Let's try. I'm trying to weave us back.
Keep us on the mall. Let me
Keep
see.
us on the
No,
mall.
Dude. When I tell you,
Dude, if this keeps you up all night, you got a whole list.
I got a list on the stores we should have at a mall, at our marijuana mall. We need arcade. We need, cause like and this is what I saw. I'm like, okay, we could probably have 4 arcades, but they're different arcades, and they're also spread out in the mall. And so
Are you talking game specific or style specific? Like, have one arcade just all racing games, one all just shooter games, the other one just all like sports competitive games, the other one like puzzle games like Wheel of Fortune and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire bullshit.
I like it that way too. I was thinking like,
I'm gonna refresh.
Here's some 90s, here's some thousands, here's some, keep it that lame. But that's arcade wise. We need a theater or theaters
I think at least 3 screens.
And see, with at least 3 screens, we can repurpose some of these
Yes.
mall rooms, mall stores. Because, goddamn, dude, that one that closed up in the North Metro, it was huge, enormous for only 5 stores. Like, it was, and it wasn't even all of them were stores. I think like 3 of them were stores: the head shop, an anime shop, and the Kohl's. Because then it was like massage and a kid's playground.
Okay. Jeez. It's been a minute since I walked the Mall of Monroe, but there's a lot of like I believe there's an animal shelter store in there. A shoe store, but that may be leaving. I think a Bath and Body Works, maybe. There's not much that I can. Target and Old Navy were their like anchor stores,
Right.
and they're gone. So pretty much everybody goes there for Planet Fitness and the movie theater.
I mean,
I think there's a Taco Bell, there's an arcade, there's like a kids playscape area in there. Yeah, we'll have to take a tour when we go to the movies. It's a nice place to catch a flick. It's kind of hidden out of the way. You can catch an early flick, not overly crowded. Hidden little gem.
Like it, because because that kids playscape, just having somewhere to take your kids at the mall, fucking game changer.
I used to take my kids to the mall. I mean, age gap. My kids
are grown. Mine are grown.
My youngest or my oldest is a lot closer to your age than I am. If that makes you feel any younger.
God damn it.
Or it's actually making me feel even older.
Yeah.
But I hauled them to the mall. That was a weekend thing. We'd just go to the mall. That was a thing to get out of the house.
Dude, because especially in this weather.
Right.
You could just go out in Cali, in Seattle. Like maybe 1 week you could in Seattle, but damn near any day in California. Can't do that. Have to find something to do inside.
But having a place for them to do something, or at least, a couple stores,
So that's what I love about the mall right now. It might be dead, but it's a giant indoor place you can run around. So
I say we got some stores and put an indoor go-kart track.
Jake, stop.
That's my number one summertime activity is go-karting.
Do indoors though. We need so much freaking venties.
We would. It would be costly. So sponsor up.
That'd be the level up of getting the mall, the renos.
If not, why don't we just do it outside to start? We put it in the parking lot.
I mean, how big is this parking lot?
I don't know. How big is this mall? We're talking in hypotheticals here, so I'm just throwing ideas.
This mall in North Metro had a massive parking lot. We could have definitely used a quarter of the parking lot.
Marijuana money, dude. We could just build a fucking mall.
I don't know. We have so many dead malls we can repurpose.
I'm into rehabbing.
So, and I mean, like, especially with ventilation. Gucci?
It's that weed. It's wheedling.
She's biting.
She's biting. By the way, I fell in love with the Weedlin. The weed is Weedlin.
Guys.
The weed is Weedlin.
Let's whittle up these malls. We got arcades, theaters, talking kidscapes, maybe go-karts for sure. Like you said, we definitely need a food court. I like the Infused restaurant. And I was going to say, maybe we just leave the food court perfectly normal and we have the lounges. They all know, all the cooks there are the Infused cooks. So, like, they have...
So you can just order regular or... I'd like the diet meal number 4, please. That's like code for not infused.
I spent my Infused money elsewhere. We need our head shops. We need to be able to get papers in our glass.
For sure.
And so this is why I was going with the lounge. But I do like just using the entire mall usable. Like,
open smoke in the mall, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, like the entire mall, we just make it a lounge.
So basically levels... So level 1 would basically be your... Because it's got to be a multi-level mall, right? It's got to be. Because level 1, at least the entry point and some sort of whatever... has to be your entry point, and that's like the kid area. That's like your papers, your glass. You buy your stuff down there. You go up to the next level. That's where your actual dispensaries and lounges and things are. I like that idea. Yeah.
And then, dude, Jake, your fucking IQ is off the chart. Because
dude, stop right there. I'm glad someone recognizes this.
This way, then the smoke is less of a problem for everyone on the bottom floor.
Right.
Okay. So, food court, we got most of the arcades downstairs, head shops.
If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it.
Just hit up Jake, guys. Just hit Jake up.
Check out my mind while the weed revolves around it.
I was
spitting bars over here, bro.
And see, this is why I was saying a grocery store. We need chocolate bars. We need to be able to just buy munchies instead of just like straight up food.
Right. I was just thinking about that. You know, you were talking about the marijuana mile out there in Monroe. We could do the 3Ms, marijuana mile in Monroe. But why don't we just call it the cannabis corridor? And someone should have put some fast food joints out there and followed it up with Munchie Mile.
The Munchie Mile. The Munchie Mile.
I love alliteration, dude. The cannabis corridor and Munchie Mile.
I like it. The canna corridor for the Munchie Mile. Canna corridor leads you to the Munchie Mile. And that's what we call the wings at the mall. But because it's going to be on the second floor, the canopy? The cannabis canopy. Because it's on the second floor.
Oh, we're naming the mall wings. I don't know. Put a pin in that one.
What else?
What else were the notes?
What other store do I have on this mall? Do you want a pet store at this place? You get suited and you just pet a bunch of cats or puppies.
So a cat cafe for sure.
I'll let you deal with that, but I like it. I like that one.
Okay. I don't want to deal with that. I just thought it would be a good idea for people. So we would hire someone to deal with that.
I like this idea better.
Yeah. Let's just say that's open for suggestion. So if I'm responsible for animals, no animals. I've got a small petting zoo at home. I don't need a petting zoo at work or my place of leisure.
Right. Cat cafes, maybe a puppy cafe, bird cafe for I know definitely me. Piggy cafe?
Oh boy.
Massage parlor. Yes, no.
Would it be wrong to... Never mind.
The happy ending massage parlor. Where it's happy because you get to smoke in the room.
No, because they use THC-infused oils to rub you down. Come on, man. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yes and yes.
Yeah, okay.
Done and done.
I was happy to just smoke in the room.
Bro, you have to think bigger than the room.
No, and I like being able to smoke in the entire mall. That's why the massage parlor is on the top floor.
For sure.
I think she wanted to be done.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. We've got more.
Digital.
We've got digital. Enough of that. Enough of that analog.
Anything else for this mall, Jake?
No, but definitely has sparked my interest in. I want to do like like I said, we're both old enough to remember malls of what they were. To do a mall episode, that'll be fun. But I love the marijuana mall, and hopefully we could maybe get some other people chit-chatting about this. And if you steal our idea, we've got proof.
Include us,
right?
At least.
Yeah, and include us. You know, try out that massage parlor or whatever.
Yeah. This canopy.
Yeah. What else did we have on the agenda for today?
Well, I don't want to take too much because I did bring out the marijuana mall. What's on your end?
Let's see. We were gonna talk some video games, and anime. But while I'm thinking about it, and we just ran out of analog smoke, and we're about to have some digital smoke, I'll tell you about my Sunday adventure.
Let's hit it.
I needed to re-up. And, well, I had to make a decision where I was going to go. So I went to our boys down at Bo's in Riverview.
Nice.
And got hooked up. Dude, listen to this bundle I got. It was their bundle. By the time this comes out, this will be a week old. But in this bundle, for like $60, it was 7 grams off their gold shelf. Okay. A 14-pack of Groovy Doobies.
Half. So you got 3/4 of an ounce.
Okay, you're doing stoner math real quick. 2 infused terpene joints, 1.2 grams each.
I mean, about an eighth.
200 milligram package of Burst Live resin infused gummies.
Ooh, that's a pack.
And a 2-gram digital disposable. I forget the brand. I forget the brand.
That looks Michigan Extracts.
I can't remember. The strain is Presidential OG.
Nice.
So all that for $60,
dude.
And dude, I was there early. Dude kicked in a joint. Oh. I had mentioned that we mentioned him on the pod, and he's like, "Bro, awesome." Hooked me up. He followed us right there on the spot. It was pretty cool. So thanks for the follow, Bose.
Big thanks.
So yeah, I'll be hitting them up when I re-up before I head out of town. I'm heading out of town on Friday to go see Mark Maron.
Ooh.
Gonna go see Mark Maron's All In tour in Grand Rapids.
Big jealous.
So that'll be fun. But yeah.
Dude. All right, so see, and this is why I got crazy with the ball, because we're making moves, man.
We're back to the mall.
We're quarter circle forward punching, dude. We're making things happen. I was like, hold on. The dispensary's digging us. Hold on.
Yeah, the dispensary was digging us, man.
So no big thanks.
Their security guard does comedy too.
Damn.
I've yet to meet him, but yeah, he does comedy in Detroit. So I don't recognize the name.
Do you know the name? Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name.
That's fair. I mean,
the weed was wheedling.
Yeah, there's that too. Hopefully we see him around Detroit. Like, maybe
I got to get more to Detroit though too. So
there's not too many in Detroit proper. Like
right.
Tonight, every Tuesdays we've got
Common Pub. Detroit House of Comedy on Tuesday.
House of Comedy. That's
Tune Up Tuesday. Shout out.
Closed open mic. You can show up for drop-in spots.
Right. Usually a lotto spot or two.
What else? Because they did have one mic, but as far as I know, they're not doing that. There's Woodbridge Pub. Another Tuesday night. Like that's the thing. There's
they do two Tuesdays a month, right? Woodbridge.
No, it's one Tuesday.
Is it just one Tuesday?
I think it was just one Tuesday, unless they've recently done it to two.
I just saw the form came out, so maybe it is one since it's early in the month. Yeah,
probably.
You're probably you know more than I do. You go out that side of town
Fair.
more than I do. Yeah.
Not on the Detroit mics. Commotion on Wednesdays. That one's irregular, I think, but I think that's in like 7 Mile and something. Not a lot of Detroit proper that like at least advertise,
Right.
because that's my problem. Like, if I'm not following you and you're not putting up on the 3 to 5 Michigan sites, like I don't know, like, because I think some of these I've also had to find out by word of mouth. It's like, hey man, do you know any other mics around here? So,
anytime I see someone say something like, "Hey, where are the mics at?" Tonight or whatever, I always try to like just make a mental note of like, I haven't. That's a new one. That's where I need to go next, or need to start hitting this one. So, starting to compile a little bit of a list. So, video games or anime.
I was just trying to finish out the fucking Detroit mics. Can't forget the independent.
Oh yeah, the
Hamtramck Detroit,
indie.
but
Yeah.
4 or 5 mics, and they're mostly on Tuesday.
Right.
I'm done with that one. It's anime, dude, because we keep talking about Marvel, and that's mostly like a comics thing,
Right.
and like I know it's Marvel Cinematic, but like it's because of the comic book, and I end up actually being more of Japanese comics, and it's been my problem. I'll find an anime, and I'm like, that's really, really freaking cool. Does it have a manga? And of course, it's got a manga.
Time out. What's a manga?
Japanese comic.
Okay. Time in.
Yeah. Anime generally comes off of a comic, which in Japan they call it a manga. Ooh, let me get a little deeper in it. It comes in like 4 or 5 different flavors. Okay, shonen, which is young boy anime. Shoujo, which is young girl anime. And then it becomes Sanin, which is older anime. And I'm, of course, more into Sanin, more older type anime. Because look, like,
this is all Japanese to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm dropping too much, but it's also because I've been dropping too much Marvel.
I'm drinking from a fire hose at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my level. Here's my entry points, and you tell me or laugh at me how hard you want, okay? Avatar. The Last Airbender. The original run on Nickelodeon, okay? So we're there.
Yeah.
We got that one. Anime. So my ex-wife watched some of the Dragon Ball Z early 2000s-ish, like 2001. So we got that level there. I know some references. Ish. Most recently, I jumped in last year. Samurai Jack. That's it.
Okay. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 was anime. Avatar is anime style American cartoon.
Okay.
And Samurai Jack is an American cartoon.
I'm going to say another name. I'm not familiar, but I know someone who was very much deep into the culture. Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul, yeah. You watched?
No.
Okay.
My son did, and he tried to explain it to me, and I could not get into it. I struggled, and I'm like, he would explain it to me, and it's all Greek, and I'd listen, but so he'd kind of explain it to me.
Tokyo Ghoul was one of those where I was like, I don't need to watch this. It's more of like, it's all a psychological thing, man. It's all symbolic. I'm like,
maybe I do want to go back and watch it. That sounds cool.
More like the angsty way. I'm like, that's like kind of boring, dude.
Oh.
But that's just because no. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z.
I know a Goku.
A Vegeta.
I do. I saw the live action movie.
Oh! Tell me you watched Avatar the live action.
Did we cut these mics? Did I just admit that on these? Damn it. Yeah, I did. I did see the M. Night Shyamalan masterpiece that was the pile of shit Avatar movie.
Okay, at least you understand.
Yeah, that thing. I'm like, what? Wait. And it was supposed to be a trilogy of movies, I thought. And they shit the bed so bad with the first one, they're like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, Avatar is supposed to be a 3-season thing. It's 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
You watched all of Avatar?
I believe so. There was a lot of weed between when I watched that and now, dude. Like, there was a lot of weed.
I mean,
and it wheedled.
Of all cartoons that I think people should watch, Avatar's pretty good. It's a pretty nice coming of age story.
It's so, as I've transitioned out of having YouTube TV for the football season, sports ball, I've started to go back to more streaming services. I've been watching a lot of The Simpsons. Avatar is actually something that has been on my mind to go back and rewatch from the beginning.
Okay,
but I never watched any of the other, like the Book of Korra or the the one where he's way older. I think there's a spin-off or two.
Maybe all I know is Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, and Legend of Korra kind of mid compared to Avatar, but it does some extra world building that kind of wraps a lot of questions up.
Oh, okay.
So like it's kind of a slug, but it if you stick around, you're like, that was actually really good.
Okay.
Really good.
So like The Walking Dead.
Haven't watched The Walking Dead. Watched like 3 episodes. I was hoping for more porn, but I'm like, I'm
if
I'm
only it
with
had
zombies.
if only it had been picked up by HBO.
I was more of a Breaking Bad guy around that time when Walking Dead was popular.
Okay, show episode idea. Late to the party. I was late to the party on a lot of those AMC shows. Mad Men, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. So
I've tried to watch Mad Men, and it's good, but I've only gotten to 5 episodes. I don't know why. Like, as soon as I drop it, I just don't go back to it.
it's very much a momentum show. I feel like the more you watch it, it picks up momentum and starts to carry itself.
Right. And so, like,
That would have been a hard series to watch in standard format, weekly drops.
oh, right.
Yeah.
Dude, waiting. And see, that's the thing. Like, that's what I liked about streaming. And what I really liked when I got into the internet, away from porn, you're like, wait. And back to Dragon Ball.
There's more to watch.
Because watching shit on TV, sometimes you're all like, wait, didn't I watch this episode like 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Like, okay, now I don't. Like, sometimes they do 3 episode drops, maybe 4 episodes if you're lucky. And I guess they might have like some overlap. So, like, if you missed last week's lineup, maybe you get this, the last episode we aired last week.
Right.
And you get to watch. But then I have to give it up to my sisters. Oh, we gotta go somewhere else because it was during dinner. I can't watch them for 2 hours. Damn. So finally, when I got access to the internet, got off Pornhub, on YouTube, and I watched all of Dragon Ball Z in like entirety. I was like, hold on.
How long is that in its entirety?
I think DBZ was 200-ish episodes, 22 minutes. So
Oh, they're shortish then.
yeah. Basically 100, like,
How many seasons?
lots. Because they go by sagas,
Oh, okay.
and so they kind of break it up in that way. And so I think
It's not like a traditional season of
No, I think
like your
usually-
standard, full season is what, 22 to 24 episodes or something like that, where a lot of shows are now going to like your 16 or 8 format when they stay on regular TV. Maybe.
That's generally kind of how the anime season is right now. It's like 12 episodes for a season.
Okay.
And right now it's a fucking boom in the anime, dude. Like, some fucking modern anime. I said it wrong. My coworker corrected me. I watched Dun Da Dun. Dude, it's good.
Dun da dun dun.
And it's pretty cheeky that way. They got like some hip hop rapper from Japan to do their intro. Dude, it's good.
Really?
The intro itself, let me talk about that for a minute. But the intro itself, it kept me for the entire anime. I'm like, this is fucking good. And then like I hear the same drum beat on like 1 or 2 songs at the arena. I was like, ooh, hold on, dan.
Did you just out yourself in public?
Hey, I didn't say which one, guys.
No, I meant to your coworkers.
Damn, man.
Were they well aware of this?
Some do, some don't. Because, no, someone else outed them. So I was like, hold on, how old are you? She's like, I'm 42. I'm like, and you're watching anime? She's like, I love anime. I'm like, damn. You watch Delicious in Dungeons? Delicious in Dungeons, dude. You should watch Delicious in Dungeons as a little cookie boy, bro. Cause
I'm going to need a top 3 to watch list sent over to my... airdropped over to me.
Especially since these are... on Netflix, Delicious.
Netflix has everything
right now, yeah, dude.
Including ads.
Because Jake-san, you should get into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Listen, growing up, I watched JoJo the Circus Clown with my kids. That's the only JoJo I know.
No. This is no. One of them is a clown. This is no clown, though. His name is Jonathan Joestar. JoJo for short. And some stuff begins to happen, okay? And then it becomes a family thing. And it happens for 9 parts. We're only animated up to part 6. And part 6 is where it starts to get even weirder, okay?
Yikes.
I'm just going to say powers, psychics, rocks.
Okay.
That is JoJo's. Recommend JoJo's.
I do have. I need to question, why is Samurai Jack not anime? Is it the animation style?
No, it technically because anime is.
I mean, you're the artiste.
I did
on the panel
thesis on this. Anime is strict. Anime is like tequila, like champagne. It's got to be animated in Japan in an anime studio.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm only 60% sure on this because I never did research on Samurai Jack, but I'm pretty sure.
I like your percentages.
I'm pretty sure they're a Cartoon Network studio animation.
Yeah, I don't know. I could.
Jamie look that up.
Jamie look that up real quick. But yeah, I that was, spoiler for the episode, that was late to the party for me.
No, yeah. And I mean that kind of tracks because I would do presentations about cartoons and anime and stuff, and people are all like, but like anime, like Ed, Edd n Eddy. I'm like, no.
Let's see.
That's not like that's not slang. That's like an actual genre, man.
Okay, so it is the genre, the technical genre listed on its Wikipedia page is action, adventure, comedy, drama, dystopian, science, fantasy. I did not read anime anywhere in there.
No.
And the country of origin is United States.
Yeah.
Original language English, and the show is produced by Cartoon Network Studios.
That was on like 80% memory, dude, and like fucking guess.
But weed hasn't wheedled you out yet,
dude. Shit, is my fucking education coming out? Am I just gonna become an art teacher now?
That Trump Art School.
Let's talk about fucking
Trump Art Institute.
Wait, is Argosy University owned by Trumpuccinos? Jimmy, look that up.
I have no idea. It's funny because I just watched an episode of The Simpsons where Burns opened up a for-profit college and Homer became the most popular teacher. Found out that he was actually good at teaching. Yeah, I think it was in like episode or season 28 or something like that. How's your research panning out over there?
Dream Center Education Holdings.
I've had a lot of my boss is Korean, and he
Not
likes,
owned by Trump.
Okay, we're safe.
Just a California tycoon, though.
Close enough. Florida tycoon, New York tycoon, California tycoon.
It's Los Angeles, so I mean, like, yeah, big city tycoon.
Look, what's the difference?
God damn it. Jake, I think I need to hear more of this impression on stage. But where did I interrupt?
We were talking about my boss. My boss has recommended several animes. He's into anime as well. He's actually my age. I don't remember any of them, but I will refresh the list from him and compare with your list and run them by you. So when I get that list, we'll check back in on that.
We'll do a review.
A review.
Episode 10.
Oh, there we go. We can do the recap episode.
Ooh, because yeah, we should have some stuff to recap in this next one. But let me finish with my Rockies. I did mention Delicious in Dungeons. That one's fun. That one's if you ever wanted to be a dungeon crawler, but also eating all the monsters.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, so
try it out. JoJo's, like I said, pretty bizarre. Check it out.
I'll have to get my mushrooms first, but yeah, okay.
You might want to stay light on it because it already kind of gives.
It's already trippy, huh? Oh boy.
I could throw out a super retro one that kind of started it all. JoJo's Dragon Ball, fucking Berserk. Talk about Berserk another time. All these fucking super action anime, all kind of like started off of Fist of the North Star. It's a post-apocalypse world, kind of Mad Maxy, but also magical. And main character has the fist.
So this is like an Iron Fist type character.
Kinda, yeah.
Marvel callback.
Yeah. So, recommend if you wanna do. I think might be 70s comic, 80s cartoon.
Okay. 80s anime, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be interesting to look at a different decades version of anime.
Were you ever into big mechs at all? Giant mechs at all?
Like Power Rangers?
Yeah.
You could have just said Power Rangers.
No. I was more so aiming at Gundam.
No. And I was never big into the kaiju movies either growing up. So quick little side story, side quest. In high school, I took a journalism class and we went to go see the movie Godzilla that came out. I believe it was in like 98 maybe or whatever. Matthew Broderick was in it or whatever. And then we had to write a newspaper article. Like we were a journalist on the scene.
Yeah.
That was our like assignment. I really didn't even care for that movie. But I went and saw Godzilla -1 down in Houston with my son-in-law.
Had some stuff to say.
It was a fan. Not only was it in black and white,
okay,
and I had to read the whole damn thing. It was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Wow. Check it out.
Okay.
Side mission over. It's your
Elemental.
it's your turn to get us back on path.
Hey, if it's in the North Star. I mean,
But yes,
just
I
a
liked the mechs in Power Rangers.
Because there's this the really big popular one is the Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That's Greek to me, bro.
It's annoying. Like, I didn't understand it either. I was like, "Is that Gundam?" And they're like, "No. This is Eva." Okay.
One more refill.
Oh, I'm good on that.
No, I'm
Yeah. Aw.
I'll get no breaks. Let's go. Hydrate, man. Hydrate. Shut that coffee off.
Cause yeah, dude, fucking Neon Genesis, big popular. I think there's like 7 versions now. Cause it just keeps getting rehashed because it's so popular. But
Like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
There's like 32 versions of Power Rangers. Though apparently they're being rebooted again by Disney. You know, Disney got the rights to all that Fox property and stuff. So
I mean, I guess if
they've got the money to put behind it and actually make it cool.
because I know Power Rangers, the first one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that's like all rehashed off of Japanese footage.
The original show, TV show. Yeah.
So like all like if they
Did you ever watch the first movie?
the first movie,
The first with Ivan Ooze? No? Oh, yeah. Bro, I went and saw that in the movie theater.
Well, I tried. My mom didn't like me watching Power Rangers as a child. She didn't like me watching Dragon Ball. I had to sneak watching Dragon Ball, which is why like it took me until I was 13 to watch all of Dragon Ball Z.
Got that internet, baby. You found enough time at 13 to finish watching Dragon Ball
I was like,
instead of playing with your balls.
yeah.
I got 2 of the Dragon Balls down here, baby.
I need 5 more, please. But we could keep it simple on that because you kind of don't need to watch Evangelion, dude. It's kind of gross. It's a mind fuck, and that's kind of the appeal to anime and manga. Like, it's kind of fucky that way.
So my wife watches a lot of like thriller and like psychological twisty movies, like live action. So I mean, maybe I could.
Note?
I'm sure I've heard of it. That's a Netflix thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that. But I've not paid it any attention.
There's an anime, of course. It's good for about half of the show.
Oh,
Because the writer kind of wrote himself into a corner. This is what happens, and this is the beautiful thing about anime and manga. You're like, hold on, why is this anime so weird? You're like, oh, the comic is that weird. Why? Because it was written by one guy. One guy wrote this. Okay.
no collaboration.
And I mean, that's oversimplifying. They have editors, and they do have to listen to their editors. But it's also like, ooh.
No one else saw where the story was going. It's one vision. It's mine.
And see, dude, this is why I love it. Love anime and manga. Manga more so, because it's just one dude. Most of the times, writing and drawing these comics, and then they get a freaking animated freaking adaptation.
They get a Netflix deal.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty hot. I'm like, you know what? I appreciate it. I respect it.
Bro, I've got an animated thing we could pitch.
We got, dude.
Not on Hot Mic. This is too good of an idea.
We'll just tease it.
Yeah, we'll tease that one.
Okay, we can talk about games, or we can talk about chickens too.
Which would you rather talk about? Because we could get pretty. Let's see. We could get a good in-depth conversation, but I think the chickens may be an episode.
The chickens gonna be an episode.
I think the chickens may be an episode. There's a lot to the chickens. That's
all right.
There's a setup to the yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that maybe episode 11, right before we get to our quarter episode.
So video games.
Video games. We'll keep it short on video games. Look.
This is definitely more in your realm.
Yeah. And honestly, I hate it that like now I'm starting to see. Oh shit, my fucking. Damn, my art degree's kind of coming out in clutch right here. 'Cause, dude, I'm sick of these games right now. They're just movies. They're 30-hour-long movies.
So, from my understanding, that tracks. I feel like there's short gameplay, and then you watch montage after montage
movie
of setups for something that moves you so far into the game, that they don't have to build much game.
Yeah, dude.
Which, I mean, if you think about it from a revenue standpoint, that's great, because then they can turn these games around. Oh, guess what? The next one comes out in 18 months, or whatever.
Would you like Call of Booty 3? Get ready for Call of Booty 6! Dude,
but it's actually Call of Duty 12!
We had to restart at fucking 7!
That's a callback to episode 2, 3, something.
Oh my god. Because I was really excited to get us to watch Activision Neversoft's Spider-Man from 2000 on the PlayStation. Because turns out it's just a Spider-Man animated episode.
Really?
It's a 23-minute movie.
How much gameplay is there?
I played it on easy mode, so basically story mode for you modern players. No, I think it'd be kid mode, because it's got a kid mode. I wanted to record that too, because every time you go down to easy to kid mode, it's a different character says kid mode. So like Peter Parker will say it, and then Mary Jane will say it, and then Eddie Brock will say it, and then Doc Ock will say it.
Oh jeez.
I was like, that's pretty cool. Like that's a little fucking polished.
Like, what's the difference in kid? Like,
I'm pretty sure you basically can't die, unless you fall off the stage.
Participation trophy.
Basically, you don't win any like bonuses, because you finished, and this is what I miss, man. I miss these classic little like touches. You finish the game and you unlock a suit. You unlock the black Spider-Man suit, and the black Spider-Man suit has unlimited webbing, because you gotta watch your webbing when you're playing the game. But the game on easy is
a game that I've not played.
It's a 2-hour game. Like I sat down with my kid and we just watched for like an hour and a half. Cause I died. I failed the game 4 times because I couldn't catch Venom 3 times. Because it might be because I'm using an emulator on the computer. Might be the controller. It might be just the emulator. It might be everything. But every
slowing down, old man.
There'd be this cut cutscene mid-level, and then you run
Just
out.
mid-level cutscene?
Sort of. Like, you're watching Venom go through a building, and then he jumps
That would be
out.
so distracting. Like, I need to be locked in. That's why I love racing games. Once I get locked in and I can just feel that flow, I'm good. I just hit my marks. You know, fuck all this.
I can send you the link
Cutscenes.
to the because I recorded the whole thing to be able to get the cutscenes, and I was like, this isn't too bad to just put the whole game, because I just cut out every time I lost, and it goes pretty well. And that's what I miss about these games. It's like so easy to just reset the game.
Right.
That was just like, oh, hard cut, bop, bop, perfect flow. Like, I left one death in because it was too funny not to leave out. I was like,
Yeah, I'll have to watch this blooper reel so I can see what this movie's all about.
hour 45, dude. I was like, oh my god. And it's
I've spent that long watching our podcast.
Jake, and this is why I wanted the whole thing, was because the 23 minutes of cutscenes, gold. They're gold. They're so short and so fucking good. Like, there was one.
Wait, is this good or
Good,
just
good.
like, oh, okay, so this is like,
I mean, the voice acting's bad. The voice acting's bad because voice acting back in that era of video games
wasn't the greatest.
balls.
Yeah.
Best you're gonna get. but the writing,
Sony
dude,
money,
the
man.
writing, at least it's not like translated where they're like, oh, well, we have to follow kind of the rhythm of what they're
Typing,
trying to
yeah.
do. But no, now because it's American made, like, at least it just sounds goofy. It just sounds goofy because it's like 7 guys voicing a cast. Dude, it's good. It's good. It's so good. And like, that's what has me kind of salty. Like, all these modern games, it's like this giant, dramatic, like, serious, because everything's got to be serious right now. I mean, I might be just ignorant and be staying in my Dark Souls hole. Just bleak, dark storylines. It's because, dude, ever since Borderlands, there's nothing like fucking fun story-wise. Everything's dark and gritty.
I'm trying to recall the last story-style game I played where I followed a story.
Let's see, story games that I do recommend. Spider-Man.
If it's available on Game Pass, I will eventually be able to play that.
Okay, look, because Jake, here's the other thing I was about to just drop on you. Turns out, on the game front, there's always the video game wars going on. It's always Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony,
Yes, the big three.
the big three, and
Like in the auto industry.
2 Japanese, 1 American. Microsoft, mostly. Hold on, where's my hand? Just so you can see. I guess I'm gonna have to use mine. But
I got a question though. Is the weed wheedling?
it's wheedling, guys.
It's wheedling.
Because I'm dropping the fucking hot game tea. Microsoft just kind of leaked that their new console is going to have Steam. Steam is a PC game library and marketplace, which lets you play games on your computer. Like, if you're going to play games on any computer modern day, you're probably going to get Steam.
Okay. Clearly I don't.
You have Xbox, but
I do.
that's the thing. If you want to just hop in, be able to play anything, Jake, anything.
Really?
Because PlayStation started putting their exclusives on Steam. Because Xbox didn't do these exclusives, and they had a little deal with Steam. But
So-
now Xbox has Steam. So now, Jay,
So even on my Xbox, would I be able to do that by downloading Steam?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
Or do
if
I
they
have
would-
to buy the next version?
I think you might have to, depending on where
Listen, I didn't buy this one. My son bought it for me, and I love it and use it. Though I haven't used it in the past few months. I've been rather busy.
That's fair. Just a little gamer tea. If you guys want to suddenly be able to play any video game
That is
ever.
awesome. I
the
do
new
want to go
Xbox.
back to playing my old school games, though. I do miss those.
'Cause-
I got to get a retro player.
Dude, it can be kind of a headache, but I do have every PlayStation game I ever had in my life. Got most of my PlayStation 2 games.
Wow.
A bunch of GameCube games.
Physical media. Yeah.
No. All virtual. All virtual. Because I do
Well, I
have
mean, like the games themselves.
physical
like,
ones.
Yeah, like you have all the games, or are they all just downloaded?
The ones I was mentioning now, downloaded.
Gotcha.
These are all computers.
Oh,
'Cause
gotcha.
I do have some physical ones, but some of the consoles don't work anymore. Some of the discs are kind of scratched.
Gotcha.
Don't want to have to go spend like $100 to clean 10 discs right now.
Oh.
I'd rather put it on my computer and then I can play it in high definition. 'Cause holy shit, dude!
On
Have
TV.
you ever played a Super Nintendo or a PlayStation on one of our modern TVs?
No.
Garbaggio.
Really?
It is trash-ola.
Really?
You can count pixels. It is rough.
And I have a big TV, not to brag about big things, but my TV,
I'm impressed. I'm jealous. It would not look pretty.
I would probably, yeah.
It would
I could,
look like a
I could call,
mess.
I could probably count all 32 bits.
100% checking on the vibe. Because, dude,
What in the block world is this?
it's a muddy, blocky mess.
You
man.
go to jump and it's like 8 blocks move at one time. I'm like, oh my god.
I had to go
Tripping
in.
balls and I haven't even smoked yet.
Dude, it was, thankfully, you can just finagle the settings and bada bing. Nice, sharp, crisp. But it's not perfect because they didn't make it perfect. Because you could get you could fudge some things on standard TVs.
So what you're telling me is to go to like a secondhand store or yard sale and find an old school TV to play that shit on.
We need a CRT. We need a CRT TV.
We need good old channel 3 or 4, whatever you set your TV to.
AV, I think. Hooking up that PlayStation to only the yellow and white, because you only get some of these TVs, and so you can only hear half of
The sound.
sound. Oh, I'm playing the game though. Yeah. 2000 Spider-Man, great. 2018 Spider-Man, that I think it was some.
I hear a lot of good things about Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Spider-Man on the Marvel side, and a lot of good things about Batman games. I did play Batman. I think we might have talked about it last time. Batman Arkham Knights, maybe, was the one I played.
Arkham Asylum.
Or
Arkham
Asylum.
City,
Asylum.
Arkham Knight.
Maybe.
There's like 4 Arkham games.
Yeah, one of the 4 I played. One in the middle. One of the 2 in the middle. But yeah. It was Game of the Year or something one year.
Dude, the Batman games, God, Game of the Year, probably.
Was that Rockstar did those or no?
Did they?
I don't know who did.
I'll have to, Jimmy, look that up.
I mean, I know they're a video game producer.
Yeah. They do.
That's my video game nerd knowledge.
Rockstar does Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay.
They did Bully in the thousands. Basically Grand Theft Auto, but in a bougie private school.
Okay, yeah.
Red Dead Redemption. Western
I think I played
Grand Theft
that.
Auto.
I think I might have played that.
Yeah, they had one on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I think I played it for the PlayStation 2.
Oh, you played the
Did you ever play a game called Gun?
No.
There was a game called
I think I remember
Gun
which one you're
for
talking
PlayStation 2, and me and my ex-wife were addicted to that game.
Stop.
Almost as bad as we were addicted to that Revenge of the Sith game. It's like we rented that thing from Hollywood Video and then re-rented it, and then I would just stop and go like, yeah, I'm just re-rent it again. I'd take the empty case up there because she'd be still at home playing it.
Good thing.
Like, I'll take the case to work with me and stop on my way home and recheck it out. Scan it in, scan it back out. Sir, we have people waiting for it. You heard what I said.
Pay premium.
Then open it up. There's no disc anyways.
Stop. Jake, you gotta bring this on stage.
Just because the game is called Gun doesn't mean I have one. But do as I say.
Dude, because the Sony Spider-Man series, primo. Miles Morales.
Too bad their movies are shit.
Swear.
Recently.
The Sam Raimi ones, I will fight.
Yeah, those were good.
Spider-Man 3, sure. But you know what?
It's got a little overcrowded.
Yeah. That was the beginning of...
Studio got a little too involved from what I hear.
Was it? I thought it was Sam Raimi being like, I didn't do it right. Or was it because like the studio?
The studio wanted to put more villains in the movie. Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, because then they wanted to set up something for the fourth one, I believe, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when negotiations really started breaking down. They started taking over too much creative control or something like that.
That sounds right.
I remember listening to that on a podcast somewhere. I listen to many YouTube podcasts, much like ours.
Yes. Hello. But yeah, the Miles Morales game, short, but basically Spider-Man 1.5. Because, I mean, if you followed Spider-Man, you're like, Miles Morales. But then, and especially now, because now we got Spider-Man 2, and the fucking cover is Miles Morales and Spider-Man. But Spider-Man 2 came out.
So speaking of Miles Morales, side quest, Daredevil Born Again spoilers. There's a court scene where Matt Murdock is bringing up officer names, and he rattles off about 7 or 8 and intentionally says Officer Morales. And there is wide, rampant speculation that was a drop for Miles' dad, since back in the Spider-Man movie, what was it, the first one? When he confronts the Prowler and Donald Glover's character, and he says, "My nephew Miles, I got a nephew named Miles or whatever." Yeah. So I think people are trying to connect the dots. So that's a quick little MCU theory going around right now. New rock stars, EA Voss.
Goddamn! I guess I gotta get into the Daredevil verse because.
Ooh, new episode dropped at 16 minutes ago.
Goddamn.
But yeah, great episode to watch, or show to watch in general. So Matt Murdock is insane. Kingpin, probably my favorite MCU villain. So
look, I'm rewatching Spider-Man animated from '94, and Kingpin's just the big guy. Literally, he's the big guy. Like, we got, dude, and that's what I love about Spider-Man animated. They just keep throwing in everybody in. Like, every episode's a new guy. I'm like, holy shit.
I have one episode left to watch of the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man that came out this year. I have one episode left. It was pretty good. It's not something that like lit me on fire. Like, ooh, I gotta keep watching this. Art style is very comic booky style, like 50s-ish, early Spider-Man style drawing.
Like I see the cover art on Disney Plus,
but it's pretty good. I'd give it a watch. Nothing I feel like you would be able to plow through like all 10 episodes at once.
Oh, it's 10 episodes?
Yeah, it's 10 episodes. I don't know if you could... Well, pacing-wise, I don't know if you could plow through them, but they're good. Like I said, I got one episode to go, so see how that finale ends. They're set up for season 2, so that's already in production. So
yeah, because animated is just fucking...
Well, they got those Japanese sweatshops over there, the contract workers. That's all they do is sit at desks and just draw and color and pencil and
Marvel ones, dude. Because that's what I'm like thinking back. I'm like, every episode almost like ends on a cliffhanger. I was like, I kind of gotta watch. I want to keep watching, but the animation's garbage. It is garbage. Which, I mean...
I went back and watched the X-Men animated series, which was pretty crazy to rewatch, animation style-wise.
Dude, because I already passed the fucking crossover episode where Spider-Man goes to the X-Men because his spider powers are mutating.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was an arc on X-Men 97. X-Men, the animated series, too. That's part of the included part of the season.
Spider-Man shows in?
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. I'm like, I'm plowing through animated. I'm pretty sure I gotta go into X-Men animated afterwards.
I'm telling you, at the end of all of this, at the end of all the Secret Wars, we're going to get a very comic book accurate Marvel Cinematic Universe reset where everybody's new. You're gonna have well, it's not gonna be 616. It's gonna be New Earth or whatever they end up calling it.
But video games.
Video games, yes. Wrap up video games.
Spider-Man games are always a great way to fucking compare. And so Spider-Man 2000 and the fucking Sony trilogy, pretty decent. It's the God of War series, the new.
I'm familiar with that series. Like I've not played it, but I'm familiar with it.
It is definitely a dad movie. I'd say very father.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed's fun, but it's been garbage since like Assassin's Creed 3. Because
that was a lot of Assassin's Creeds ago.
It's a lot of Assassin's Creed, man. There was Assassin's Creed 1.
And there was a movie.
There was a fucking movie.
I didn't watch. Magneto was in it. Michael Fassbender played.
Fucking goofed on me.
You took me too literal, sir.
Goddamn. Assassin's Creed's fun. But, like, the gameplay's always fun. But it's, like, the same thing. And that's like, the thing. It's like, oh, you like the Assassin's Creed 5?
We're gonna paint the house a different color, and you're gonna like it again.
It's like, we're in Egypt now. We're in the Nords. Greece? Oh my god!
Isn't there a World War II one as well, or World War One?
Was there?
I think I don't know
because the last one I really played.
I don't know the creeds.
So Assassin's Creed 1 was supposed to be like the beginning of fucking humanity Babylon, Mesopotamia.
Sure. And then, whatever you say.
Yeah, don't quote me. I haven't played Assassin's Creed 1. I played a little bit and heard that it's kind of garbage. So I'm like, all right, I'll play number 2. Number 2 is in Renaissance Italy. But that goes into 2 to 1 to 2 to 3. And then it becomes Assassin's Creed 3, which is in the Civil War era.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a Civil War. Okay.
And you play a half-white Indian kid, a kid that becomes assassin or was from the assassin line.
Okay.
Because then I think that goes into a couple spin-offs.
There's a lot of mythos, man.
It's because it's all supposed to be like finding like the ultimate power because they have the ultimate key, but they
Kind of like
the
Highlander.
assassins-
There can only be one. You gotta
I
and
don't-
everybody. Or
Dude,
don't
all
tell
the
me you don't
Knights
know
Templar.
Highlander.
I haven't watched Highlander.
Oh,
I'll put it on the list, guys.
that's a great 80s, 70s, 80s. I don't remember when the first one came out, but it is getting remade, of course, here soon. But yeah, put that on the list. Put a pin in that one.
Yeah, dude, fucking Assassin's Creed. I know fun games. like
I know racing games.
racing games are always
sports
fun.
games.
Sports always easy.
Those are not easy.
Dude, I try to get into 2K, NBA 2K. Like, my friend just kept dunking on me.
I can't play the basketball games. I'm not. Basketball and hockey, the modern versions are too complicated. There's too many buttons on the controller for me. Give me a Super Nintendo with NHL 96 or 94 or whatever. I can handle that, you know.
No,
but
I kind of like
I like Madden.
Madden.
I do like Madden. And Forza for my racing.
I don't understand football. I can't play Madden. I've tried to play Madden, and
We're gonna
it just doesn't stick. I played football in freshman year.
We're going to have a football episode where I
do that.
teach you football.
What Super Bowl are we on?
50 something.
All right, when we catch up to the Super Bowl, we'll do the football episode.
That's next February.
Because I think I may be holding myself back, but I think this is like running with weights by not knowing sports. As soon as I learn sports, it's over for everybody, okay?
It's going to open up a whole new world of material for you.
And I kind of hate it. Because, dude, just hear some of these homies out here that are just young but know sports and can fucking relate that way. I'm like, do I gotta learn about the sport ball? Defense, right?
There you go. That works in
I was
most sports.
Defense.
Yeah, that works in most sports. At least your arena sports.
It's a look, my favorite sports game is Super Mario Strikers. Mario Soccer, where you can tackle people and that gives them bombs to throw at you.
I'm going to go old school for a game that was fun to play. I've got two. That was fun to play and sportsy. We'll call them sportsy. They both were on the original Nintendo, the NES system. Excite Bike.
Dude.
Excite Bike was fun. And Paperboy.
Paperboy. On the SNES?
No, on the original NES.
Oh! Jake, I should bring my Switch out here because, dude,
There's probably an updated version of Paperboy out there, I'm sure.
Probably, but
Or I'm sure they copy and pasted and like overlaid the game and just made it something else.
maybe. Because, no, look, Jake, I'm pretty sure you could get a Nintendo Switch right now because they're about to release the Nintendo Switch 2. Little gamer tease to keep following in the game stuff. But the Nintendo Switch 2, I think it's coming out in the next couple weeks. Or next couple months. Possibly next couple months. I feel like I saw that the release was like mid-April. $500 console though.
For a handheld console,
It's
right?
a handheld console that plays like a PlayStation 4 though. A PlayStation 4 on the go.
Yeah. Can you hook it to your TV
You
though?
can hook it up to the TV.
Okay. That's an expensive ass cell phone. So, is that $500 pre or post tariff price?
Fuck, Jake, what do you gotta say things like this?
Because now we're probably talking what, a $700?
Don't say that, Jake. Don't say that.
Bro. You're gonna be working for a fourth job. Gotta feed them habits,
Dude. Okay, look, the controllers are now also mice. You basically have a computer now, and motion controls, and VR controls, and you have a camera and a microphone, and video games are now going to be $90 because Nintendos. Everyone loves to talk about how Sony and Microsoft have cool shit, but Nintendo.
Glad I don't have an expensive habit.
Look, dude, I haven't bought anything, dude. I haven't bought anything in a long time. I try to do everything for free. That's why I'm so into Marvel Rivals. They made a free game that is real fun, and if you know a little bit of Marvel, it's a lot more fun. Dude, they're memeing on us. Because
I've got to get on this. I got to get on this Marvel ride.
highly recommend maybe turn in your current Xbox to get a brand new Xbox, because then you can join in. And dude, we could do very good gaming
Very
because
good gaming.
it's cross-platform.
Yeah, I think I do have a
If it's the
newer
newest
newest
no.
enough version. Yeah.
There's that, because I don't know, maybe the PlayStation 4 can also run Marvel Rivals. I just haven't hooked up my PlayStation, because I got my PlayStation before. Let me date myself. Bloodborne came out. I think that was 2015, 2016. So my PlayStation 4, my PS4.
Weeds wheedling.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude. My PS4 sounds like a jet engine every time I turn it on for 5 minutes.
Oh man. Yeah, I did something manly the other day. Not without help, of course. I did have help from my wife. I hung the TV on the wall.
TV, dude.
I hung the TV on the wall.
I love to see a fucking hung TV. I know how much of a bitch that is.
Oh,
I've done it in like 7 apartments at this point.
it's such a pain in the ass, right?
But once you have your TV like set up and you got easy hookups, dude.
For sure, dude. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Oh, it was so
Jay,
perfect,
I'm so
dude.
impressed. Honestly.
Now I got the gaming console set up perfect up there.
Dude, I saw it. I was like,
I'm ready to roll. Got the chair. Let's see what Sunday brings. Sunday might bring a game day for me. Might need to sit down and play some games.
see a little tease, but I'm not going to be available.
Oh.
I think until Tuesday next week.
Good thing we got this one in the bag.
Exactly. And so here's to finish it up, because we're damn near 90 minutes over here.
Woo.
No. Fucking 2 hours. Is that 90?
90 minutes is an hour.
Weeds whittling.
Ah!
We're at 120 almost.
Oh.
My guys, we're talking about a little excursion show with a little guest or two.
Possibly. I did some investigation work, and it looks like number one suspect on our list is not going to be there, but I've got to reach out and take a look. But maybe we'll see what we can line up.
Okay. Because I know we were planning for a Wednesday or so.
Mm-hmm.
But this opens
at
up.
a place.
This opens up for maybe somewhere else and another day.
For sure. But like we said up the weeds wheedling. Like we said up at the top, if you want us to come out and do a podcast out at your mic, let us know. We'd love to come out.
And we'll come out hopefully before before the show starts and not bother too much.
Right.
Or if you don't mind a little chit chat in a back room
There
or
you go.
outside.
We're flexible, guerrilla style.
We're
very low maintenance. Very low maintenance.
The Very Good Podcast only has one in the wild, but I'm not foreign to the in the wild experience.
We get the David Attenborough come out and narrate.
I know someone memed David Attenborough recently.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure they're very interested. Maybe we do a Sunday show.
Ooh.
Though I've seen him around on a Friday at the Indie. Maybe a good time to do. Because look, I do have connections with some local shops. I think we should do something in Hamtramck.
You knows.
Guys,
Yeah.
we need.
All right, we're on air planning, but let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap her up.
All right.
Let's lick it, roll it. Guys.
We're out.
Chicky.